That's Solana all in once, right? So Solana has been doing what most people didn't think was possible, which is beating volume in other chains, right? It's usually top five chains in volume. So it's definitely a contender in the market. I mean, it's not an ETH beater yet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, ETH killer, like it's two different things. You know, like it's two heroes. You know, like I never compared them like that. It's space for both in my wallet, right? ETH and Solana. But you know, it's important for be critical and see what's going on. So obviously, um, let me share my screen here. We always want to I like to always, analyze something through a fundamental, obviously, and then you want to look at the charts, because the charts tell a lot, in my opinion. Some people say it's like horoscopes, like it's not really real. But I feel like it's algorithms, right? Trading. So muscle memory, just like muscle memory, the algorithms have memory too. Price has memory. I'm a really big believer of that. And most of the times that shows. But anyhow, so we're talking about Solana, right? So in Solana area, as you can see here, Solana has gone as high as 295. That's nice, right? So because if you look here, this was last year in February, it was $100. So I almost did a 3x actually, right? So that's pretty decent, less than a year. Then we cracked that and has been falling ever since, right? So each one of these is a week. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 4 weeks. Now, is Solana dead? What's happening with Solana? Like, already people are already talking crazy. Um, like I said, we take it levels, right? So I got the trap lines here. We can even add a couple more, right? Just because it's going a little lower. So the next one that we can add is somewhere around here, right? Because that was the top that was very strong here, and that's where it broke out from. So 112 is the worst case scenario for me right now. Unless we can go a little lower and pick up this low right here, like our 89, that's like really, really bad, right? If I guess if we get a 70,000 Bitcoin, then I guess we'll get a $70 Ethereum Solana. You better sell everything you got and buy a lot because Solana is going to $500 this season minimum. And I'm not saying that myself. People that are in the industry forever, hedge funds, are the ones talking about this. So Solana is definitely a buy, right? Regardless of what's happening with the meme coins, but the meme coins has been doing a lot of damage to the Solana reputation, and that's why you can see that is happening on the actual token, right? So since the volume of the meme coins are dropping, right, you're seeing money leave out of Solana as well, and then the
Yeah,
whole market kind of sideways too.
but like I said in previous podcasts, man, the way America goes is if you can't commit crime with it, then it's not useful. So, so Solana, that means it has a lot of use, and I've been hearing ever since I got into cryptocurrency. It's a rumor of a mystical thing called the Solana Summer, and that's what they said. Solana is going to just skyrocket one of these summers, and this summer might be the Solana summer. So yeah, like
It's possible.
they got the crime out the way. All right, they got the crime out the way. Oh, it's useful for crime. We can do this. We can use it for assets, and we can people could just pump their own money and do this. Okay, bet they got all the crime out the way. Trump got
Yeah,
in on it.
talk about crime. The actual hackers, the Lazarus hackers they're trying to launder the whole crypto that they stole, and they launched a couple of coins. And people pump that too. I'm telling you, bro. These people are degenerates. They have souls. They don't have souls. Y'all think Kanye is gonna drop a coin here? We're not gonna be buying that thing. It don't matter what it is, man. The trenches love this. They gonna buy whatever, man. I've seen them buy worse coins, man. This is gonna be nothing. So okay, so Solana definitely going through some correction, right? Very strong correction here. Is it over? No. The next down. If I was to short this here, I'll go down as all the way to 128. That's my next stop that I'm gonna keep an eye on, right? Between about 120 to 128. That's the area of interest. That I think that if it goes, the market continues to go down there. But I think if not, if everything starts to do a little better, I think March we're here, new month, new trial. Let's see what happens. But hopefully March it's a better month, and so we get a bounce somewhere here, right? Maybe we can find this 128 very quick, like a wick. You see how this here, it closed up here around 150, but it wicked down to 115. So I'm expecting something similar to happen here before the next leg up. to back to at least, anywhere between 160 and 200. We see that bounce there, and then hopefully we see some of that coming in. However, right, we have to talk about the elephant in the room. What happens now with all the things that are going on with Solana? Is it okay for people that are working for a dictator to be able to wash money here? Some people are questioning Trump as well, right? Is it okay for the president to launch a coin and now people in other countries can invest in his coin and almost like have some type of conflict of interest, right? Because what if it's the people that we don't support or people that are like the Hamas or Taliban's buy that coin, they make money with it, or they used to wash money too, right? Because they can buy that coin with dirty money, they can send it to Solana, swap it, and then send that with something like a tornado cash. I'm not telling you to use these things. I'm just saying that they're out there. You know what I'm saying? They're out there. You throw it in tornado cash, and it would just spin it around in like I don't know thousands of wallets, and then the final wallet is yours, and it's really hard to find out who it was. So a lot of these things are happening in Solana, right? So how far are they gonna let this go? That's a question. But the problem is not even Solana anymore. And that's why a lot of people are saying that Solana is going down a little bit, is because people are making this happen already in other chains. It wasn't cool before in other chains, right? Obviously, Ethereum with the gas fee is not cool. But guess what? These, as we talked about in the other podcast, the memes also moved on to Binance and Base, right? So they're strong there. Base Binance has a few memes that have been doing numbers, as we covered here, right when it started, right? And so Binance is doing numbers with some memes. So is Coinbase, Base, right? It did a couple of really strong memes like Brett and a couple of other small ones. But the idea is that the memes are here to stay, whether you like it or not. No, they onboard a lot of people. There's applications now like Moonshot. Shout out to Moonshot. This is not a sponsor. Commercial, but sponsor us. You know what I'm saying? We out here with that consistent sauce. But Moonshot is a really easy way for you to use to buy, meme coins when they launch. Sometimes you're really late to it because obviously an app. You're not getting like the launch of the coin sometimes, but sometimes you do. Like Trump coin was launched there, so you could have bought with a credit card and you'd have made like crazy money. But you know what I mean? So like these are real things happening, and that's why I keep telling people, man. Regardless of what people say, the bears are saying Solana melting down. We said it too, right? Because it's called bait and switch is a marketing strategy. Shout out Oba one time for that marketing strategy.
Definitely,
But
man.
Solana,
Like you said, man, real things are happening, and that's what we're talking
yeah,
about. This
man.
is why everything is going to tokenization in real world assets. Like, listen, y'all, you're gonna see this. Like I said last pod, in the pod before that, in the pod before that, you're going to see these three letters RWA. You're going to see this
Everywhere.
everywhere. RWA, which is real world assets. And what's happening is tokenization, meaning they're taking real things. They're taking things like these. How many of these are getting made? And they're putting them onto the blockchain. And those take up data. When they take up data, that means it's scarcity on the blockchain. And what does scarcity produce? Scarcity produces value. And this is how you're going to get so much money on this blockchain due to scarcity of the data. And they're basically paying you for that data, and this is how you gain money from holding these type of tokens. So what happened today is the XDC actually started 4 tokenization money mutual funds. 4 of them. They're on the XDC network. And when you hear these companies that are on this XDC network, you're going to be like, oh, it's serious. It's real serious. I'm going to share my screen so I can see who's involved.
Let's get it.
So y'all can see who's involved with this. They said the XDC network launches 4 tokenized funds with our checks. So they said Enterprise Grade Layer 1 blockchain XDC network has partnered with Archex for one of the FCA regulated digital assets exchanges. Together, they launched 4 major money market fund tokens, tapping into the growing demand and more investment vehicles amongst institutional investors. They say institutional investors' demand spurs XDC Network's MMF launch. According to XDC Network's announcement on Monday, these are the first tokenized funds ever. These are the first. Notably, the money market funds are from ABRDN, Fidelity International. You ready for the next two? BlackRock and State Street.
Of course.
And State Street. Let me run back those last three: Fidelity International, BlackRock, and State Street. They're now available on the XTC network platform. Whoever said they was looking for their 1,000X, you found it. It's
It's always them.
wherever you see BlackRock, that's where the money is at. State Street is BlackRock Junior, right? But they don't really
Yeah, they
talk.
all own each other, bro. They
They
all own
all own
each
each
other.
other.
It's crazy,
They
bro.
don't really talk about State Street like that. But if
You
you
know
went,
who else they don't talk about that owns BlackRock? Nobody knows who owns BlackRock. Everybody thinks that Larry Fink is the guy because he's the face. Larry Fink has a boss, and his boss, 40% of BlackRock is owned by a company old school that most people don't even hear about it anymore. It's called Merrill Lynch.